What's up, Colo Nation, and welcome to a Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. And yes, before we get started, this is with the ShadyPenguinn. His Twitter is in the description below, and this is a replay of a battle registered back in June. Before I had my capture card, it was really lower quality, and it did start to get my channel on the board. But I thought I'd give you guys a higher quality version of the video. So before we get started, please take a moment, sub to the channel, so you get instant notification of this awesome content as I keep uploading it, and also, give a like, a share, just get the word out. Love promoting this content to you guys, and I'm really happy to be able to do so regularly again. Our teams today were, mine was Politoed, Azelf, Azumarill, Ferrothorn, Honchkrow, and Salamence, and my opponent ShadyPenguinn's was Trevenant, Crawdaunt, Noivern, Tyranitar, Mamoswine, and Darmanitan. This was practice for Shady's run in the what's it called? The GBA, and his team was really well designed. I had a great time with this battle, and you may know the result of this battle if you watched it before, but I'm gonna show it for you guys again. So I hope you guys enjoy, and here we go. I remember that this was one of his Twitter I want to battle a fan things, and it was a great moment of mine, and I really appreciate ShadyPenguinn letting me do this. But to send out that Darmanitan first, that is stronger in the Darmanitan. I'm going to go out with my Politoed, sort of expecting that lead. I'm going to set up the Drizzle immediately. And I hate how they nerfed it in this generation where it actually lasts like 5 turns, I believe. So I'm going to switch right out. I don't want to sit in here because I want to get out my Honchkrow here. I want to get maybe a Brave Bird going, possibly a Sucker Punch of some sort, but I'm going to see the U-turn come out. It looks like he anticipated my switch, and that Strongren is going to go right back to Shady. Now what my opponent is going to send out here is Claudia, the Crawdaunt, which is boosted up in the rain, has Aqua Jet, I believe, and it is going to use that now, and that is going to do a lot of damage to my Honchkrow, knocking it out. So first blood for this battle goes to Shady. We're going to send out my Azelf here, which causes him to withdraw his Crawdaunt, and going to send out the Fly Away, which actually ended up being his Tyranitar, the Rock type, getting rid of the Rain setup, which means Thunder is not helpful here. As the special defense boost from Sandstorm, as well the fact that the Rain is not up, I'll make that a kind of risky move, but I do get Paralyzation, which is extremely helpful for myself, as we get the Sandstorm to hit us a little bit, doing some residual damage. I'm going to set up a Reflect here in case of the incoming crunch of some sort that I expect, and my opponent's actually going to expect me to switch out and use his Pursuit, which would do a decent amount of damage without the Reflect, but thank God I didn't switch because that prevents me from taking damage in that regard. Light Screen is going to go up as well. I do have, I believe, the Light Clay on my Azelf, which makes the 7 turns, I believe, both screens to stay up for 7 turns, so the Reflect will go down in 6, and the Light Screen will go down in 7, I mean, sorry. And right here, I'm going to go for the Explosion. This is a 4th gen General Azelf set. And I remember from when Shady first showed this video on his channel, his reaction was just priceless. It did a decent amount of damage for an Explosion, but it didn't do much, and I really couldn't do anything with that Azelf. So I decided to just sack it and send out my Ferrothorn instead. Paralyzation is going to let me use a Power Whip here. And that is going to be enough to knock out the Tyranitar, which, that thing was a big threat to my team. It did a lot of just annoyance, those pursuits, expecting me to switch out. I couldn't switch out when I really wanted to. We see this Noivern come out now. And then Novice, the Noivern, is going to use a U-turn and get the hell out of here. And my Iron Barbs is going to go off, along with a little bit of Rocky Helmet damage, taking off a quarter of its health, and he is going to get to take it back. Shady decides to send out his Trevenant here. Now, I can't do much against it. I have Gyro Ball and Power Whip. It's really not going to be too effective, but I do get some damage off on my Trevenant as my Reflect does wear off. And he does get this burn off onto my Ferrothorn. I forgot that it doesn't affect grass types. I believe he thought I was going to, he thought that I predicted him to switch, but I wasn't. I honestly forgot that there was grass immunity to Leech Seed, as the Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet does hit the Trevenant here, which triggered. Oh, it doesn't trigger Citrus, never mind. But I am going to set up a layer of Spikes, and it has been a while since I've done this battle. Wow. Alright, I'm going to set up a layer of Spikes as the burn does do some more residual damage to myself, and he's going to go for the rest. He has the Resto Chesto set, I believe, which You know, when he goes to sleep, he wakes right up because he's holding the chesto berry. He has the harvest ability, and this is extremely bothersome. I mean, Lum berries. He's got a Lum set, but it's still an extremely bothersome set to my team because I cannot do anything against this Trevenant right now with my Ferrothorn. And of course, Harvest is going to bring back his Lumberry for another turn as he withdraws his Trevenant, sending out the Noivern again. I'm going to actually end up switching out my own Ferrothorn, and then I'm going to send out my Politoed again, get up some rain here. I need to get on the offensive, and that's a critical part of this matchup. I need to take the offensive now. If I don't, the momentum will shift into favor of his Noivern. So he goes for the U-turn here. Not really doing much damage, but is going to allow him. I believe he switches into the Crawdon here again. He switches into the Trevenant, I apologize. He's going to switch into the Trevenant, which does get some spikes damage off. I'm going to go for the Ice Beam, expecting to hit the Noivern, but still a nice touch getting to hit the Trevenant, as I'm probably going to see a rest come on the next turn. So I'm going to go for the Scald here, expecting the switch and taking the Rain Boost, going for the burn maybe, but I do not get the burn. If I had gotten the burn, I might have had a chance of wiping out in the next turn, but he's actually going to Horn Leech to a point where he can heal himself up and take another Scald. So I'm going to go for the Ice Beam, hoping I can kill. Unfortunately, I'm really not able to. I barely miss that. I don't get the freeze, and he does get to rest, which really does not help me at all. He goes back to full health, heals himself with the Lum, and he's going to harvest it right back. So once again, Trevenant is a huge problem with this team of mine. And I'm going to have him use rest over and over again as I try to figure out a way to deal with him. So he's going to use rest, and his HP is full. What I'm trying to do here is drain some of his PP out from the rest. It effectively can stall him out with that. But I'm going to go for a Azumarill, hoping he doesn't switch out and I can just stay in and deal with this thing. But he's going to withdraw himself. He has a very wise decision there. He is going to send out Claudio the Crawdon. So we are going to go and we're going to go attack right off the bat. I lied, we're not attacking off the bat. Wow, this has been such a long time. But Claudia is going to stay in as we send out Politoed. And Politoed is going to bring up the rain again. Yes, once again, we're going to bring out this rain. I was really just stalling at this point as far as I can remember. And Claudia is going to go for the knockoff, which does knock off my Mystic Water. Don't ask me why I was holding a Damp Rock. I wasn't holding the Damp Rock, but I was holding the Mystic Water, and whatever. But I do send out my Azumarill again. Just happy I could get the boost up. And he's going to use the knock off my Choice Band. And I'm going to go for, I believe, the Play Rough here. Yeah, I do go for Play Rough. That is going to knock out that Crawdon. So Shady decides to send out Trevenant next. I believe Fairy resists, but is resisted by Ghost types. So I am going to switch out here. Even though I forget that I'm not Choice Banded, I kind of just decided to switch out into Ferrothorn for whatever God knows reason I did this for. But we're going to see the Willows come out, and that is going to not affect me, of course, because I already have a burn up. But he's going to expect me to switch back out. And I'm going to go for another Gyro Ball, just getting a little bit of damage off. Maybe if I'm lucky, I can get some damage off when I come back in with my next Pokemon. But that is going to take me down to the Danger Zone with my Ferrothorn, expecting me to switch over and over again, which I do not plan on doing at all. He's going to keep using Will-O-Wisp, thinking I'm going to switch, waiting for me to just kind of give up on that, as the burn takes me to 5 HP. He's going to go straight for the rest because he knows I can't do anything against him this turn, and he's going to heal himself right back up, get his Lumberry to wake him back up. And as I said, this was an extremely annoying strategy against me, and it worked really well. I just couldn't deal with it. I didn't have a counter for it at all. There's nothing I really could do. So that was a big flaw with my team. I had nothing to deal with something that can stall me out. But I'm going to send up my Salamence here. And this is a Moxie Physical Salamence. And I do have a Choice Band on this, but I believe because this is Smogon OU, I do have 2 bands. And oh no, I don't have a band, I forgot. I have Dragon Dance, and I carry Dragon Dance, Outrage, Earthquake, and Rock Slide on this, and I'm gonna go for the Outrage because I want to get the kill. Earthquake, I wasn't sure would kill, I really couldn't tell, but I survived with 13 HP. I get the Outrage, and that is going to do heavy damage to Strongrin. Which will raise my attack by, I believe, 2 stages, but he's going to send an Ice Baby, which is a Mamoswine that does know Ice Shard. And that is going to be enough to knock out my Salamence, even with the Yakai Berry set that I am holding. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to do too much damage with my Salamence. So that goes down rather easily. And I'm going to send out my Azumarill here. I'm going to use Aqua Jet. I'm trying to get the kill with my with an Aqua Jet because I have huge power, but I forgot that I don't have my Choice Band on. So this actually barely lets him survive. And he was able to knock out my Azumarill with an Earthquake. I believe he's Life Orbed. If I'm not mistaken, I think he has Life Orb. But either way, oh, he does take a little Life Orb damage. Either way, he did a really great job there predicting me, out-predicting my team. And it was a great battle. Once again, I'm still thankful that I got to play. I mean, it was a great booster for my channel. It was a great opportunity. You know, someone who's played a lot in the meta games. And I hope to battle him and other people like him again. So if you like this video, please smash that like button, share, get the word out, get people subscribing to Colo Nation, keep us growing as I provide more and more awesome content for you guys. And as always, this is Al, your Colo King. Thanks for watching, and I'm checking out.